Hello, students. I'm Manmohini Bhatia, English mistress from Government High School, Sherpur Kala, Ludhiana. Welcome you all to the session of online teaching and learning of English language. Today, we are going to comprehend Chapter 2, Where is Science Taking Us? From main course book of class 10th. But before we come to reading text of the chapter, I would like you to have a look at the pictures displayed on your screen. Can you tell about the role these things play in our life? Yes, think about this. These are the pictures of the things that modern technology, or you can say science, has blessed us with, like aeroplane, washing machine, television, mobile, car, and air conditioner. What kind of role do these things play in our life? Think about this. I'm giving you some time for this. Role these things play in our life. Yes, students, all of you know that these things have made our life easy and comfortable. All these are material things that science has provided us with. And we cannot imagine our life now without these material things. These things have become an important part of our life. But have you ever thought, where is science taking us with regard to non material things like charity, mercy, understanding, tolerance, etc.? Now, here comes our topic of today, that is chapter 2 of your main course book, Where is Science Taking Us? Especially with regard to non material things. Let's have a model reading of some part of the text first. If the aim of science is the conquest of man's environment, what should be its ultimate goal? When man first began to think, he asked himself the deepest of all questions, a question which you have undoubtedly asked yourself many times. What is the meaning of life? What is it all about? Where are we all going? What drives men ever forward to work and worry? And now there's this other big question, a newer question, which is beginning to force itself into our notice. One that is not ages old, that has not been with us since man first began to think. It is, where is science taking us? First, where is science taking us with regard to ethical and spiritual values? We know what it is doing with regard to material things, for material things are its daily business. But what is it doing with regard to non material things? If the answer were nothing at all, that would be bad enough. But the actual answer is less than nothing. Here, science is actually doing less than nothing. Its material teachings have been so overemphasized that many people are floundering and wondering whether, after all, man is but a machine animated by forces over which he has no control. Let's concentrate on material things, the things that form the very stronghold of science. Look at the machine, for instance. This is the age of the machine. Machines are everywhere, in the fields, in the factory, in the home, in the street, in the city, in the country, everywhere. To fly, it is not necessary to have wings. There are machines. To swim under the sea, it is not necessary to have gills. There are machines. To kill our fellow men in overwhelming numbers, there are machines. Petrol machines alone provide 10 times more power than all human beings in the world. In the busiest countries, each individual has 600 human slaves in his machines. What are the consequences of this abnormal power? Before the war, it looked as though it might be possible for the first time in history to provide food and clothing and shelter for the teeming population of the world, every man, woman, and child. This would have been one of the greatest triumphs of science. And yet, many a time, especially during the war, we have seen the world crammed full of food and people hungry. For that's the way of science and machine age. Science produces the goods, it makes the goods, but has no control over the consequences. Well, students, as you have done model reading of the text, you would have found some words difficult, the meanings of which may not be clear to you. So let's try to understand the meanings of the words from the first part of this text. The first word is conquest, means victory. Victory or win. When you win some competition or some match, that is your victory. The next word is ultimate. Ultimate means final, or you can say here in the text it is necessary. Then the third word is beginning. I think the meaning is clear to you. It is starting of something. And the next word is undoubtedly. That is without any doubt. When you are sure about something, then you don't have any doubt about that. I hope these words and their meanings are clear to you. Now let's try to understand the text displayed on the screen. Here, in this part of the text, the writer analyzes the aims and the ultimate goal of science. He brings out the thing that previously man was concerned about the various things happening in his life. For example, meaning of life, the cause of existence of human life, and the material things that motivate humans to work and move forward in their lives. But now there is a bigger question, a newer one. That is, what is science doing for non material things? According to writer, this question is not ages old. It is a newer question that we'll have to think. Here comes the next set of difficult words, the meanings of which should be clear to you before we proceed to our next part of the text. The first word in this list is ethical, that is moral. It is related to your ability to understand what is right and what is wrong. Then the second word is spiritual. Spiritual, that is connected with the human spirit. It is actually related to religion. You must have heard someone saying that he or she is a very spiritual person. So, spiritual, that is connected to the human spirit. Now, next word is actual, that is real. Then, fourth word is emphasize, that means stress. When you give special importance or value to something. Next word is flounder, that is struggle to say something. You must have seen some of the students in your class floundering in front of your teacher while giving some answer to his or her question. So, flounder means struggle to say something. And the next word in this list is animated, that is full of life and activity. So, all the cartoons, shows that are telecasted on your television, they are animated. Now, here comes this part of the text. So, let's try to understand this part of the text with the help of the words that you have just learned. Newer question, according to the author, is where is science taking us, especially with regard to ethical and spiritual values? The writer says that science has just benefited us with regard to material things only. It has given man tremendous power over the physical world. But science has done nothing, actually less than nothing, with regard to ethical and spiritual matters, such as charity, tolerance, justice, mercy, etc. Its over emphasis on material things has made people think about the effect of science on human life. Now let's learn the meaning of another difficult word, overwhelming. That means vast. Vast actually means in large numbers. So overwhelming means in large numbers. You must have heard about the expressions overwhelming population. Now let's try to understand this part of the text that is displayed on your screen. According to the author, this is the age of the machines, and machines have given humans abnormal powers. They are helping man in every field. Everywhere you can find the machines working for human beings. They are working as man's slaves. In the busiest countries, each individual has 600 human slaves in these machines. Actually, you can say machines are working for human beings, but as well as human beings are also dependent upon the machines. Now there is a new set of words in your screen on your screen. Let's learn the meanings of these words first before reading our next part of the text. So the first word given here is consequences. That means results. Now, students' results can be good or bad, but consequence is generally a result or effect that is unwelcome or unpleasant. Now, the second word here is abnormal. That means unusual. Unusual means which is not normal or usual. Third word is teeming. That means full. Actually, it is completely full, especially with living beings. It is especially used with living beings. Now, the fourth word is crammed. That means packed. So, machines have given humans abnormal powers. But what are the results of the unusual powers? Science fails to answer this question. For example, science has helped a lot in providing food, clothing, and shelter for the teeming population of the world during war. But war causes death and destruction. You must have seen or heard people starving to death during war. It is because selfish traders hoard all food for their own profit, and people have to die of hunger. So science produces the goods, but it has no control over the consequences. And human beings are suffering because of this effect of science on the human life. So, dear students, I hope that you have understood the first part of the text properly. So, now let's do some activities based on your understanding of the text. Your first activity is for your vocabulary expansion. You have to match the words given in column A with their synonyms given in column B. I hope you all know what a synonym is. You have read about this in your 9th standard English grammar book. Yes, a synonym is a word which is either identical in sense or has the same meaning as the other word. Let's start this activity. You have to look at the words displayed on your screen and match the words. I'm giving you some time to do this activity. Yes, read these words properly. You have learnt their meanings earlier when we were discussing the text. All these words. Yes. Your time is up now. Let's have a look at the answers. So first word is conquest. Conquest means victory. Yes. Second word is goal. All of you know goal means aim. Third word ethical. Ethical means moral. I hope you have guessed these words correctly. Our fourth word is actual. Actual means real. Next word is flounder. Flounder means struggle. I hope students you remember struggle to say something. Flounder means struggle to say something. Next word is spiritual. Spiritual means connected to human spirit. Next is abnormal. Abnormal means unusual, which is not usual. Then teeming. Teeming means abundant. That means full, completely full. Ultimate. Ultimate means final or necessary, you can say. And last word is concentrate. Concentrate means focus. So I hope all of you have learnt these words properly and you would have guessed the answers correctly actually. So after this, we have a next activity. And now you are going to be shown some questions one by one. And each question has three options. You have to choose the correct answer from the given options. So look at the first question displayed on your screen. Science has given man immense power over his dash environment. Think about the answer. Options are given to you. First is spiritual, then material, and then non-material. Think about the answer. So here comes the answer now, students. And the answer is material. Science has given man immense power over his material environment. And I'm sure that you know what kind of material environment science has given us, full of material things. Now, the next question is, what is science doing with regard to non-material things? And the options are A, nothing, B, something, and C, less than nothing. Think about the answer. I'm giving you some time. Well, students, have you thought of the answer to this question? And the answer is less than nothing. Science is doing less than nothing with regard to non-material things. And I'm sure you know what non-material things are. Yes, the values like charity, mercy, tolerance, forbearance, understanding, etc. Now, third question is going to be displayed on your screen. And the third question is, what are machines doing for the humans? A, options are A, working as man slaves. Then B option is working against man. And C is machines have no role in today's life. Think about the answer. Which is the correct answer according to you? Are machines working as man slaves? Or machines working against man? Or there is no role of machines in our life today? What is the correct answer? Yes, I think you have guessed it correctly. The correct answer is machines are working as man slaves. Do you remember? In the busiest countries, each man has 600 slaves in as machines in human life. Do you remember that? So machines are very, very important in our life, today's life. Now the next question is, which among the following is not a non-material thing? Which of the following is not a non-material thing? A, charity. B, mobile. C, kindness. Think about the material and non-material things and guess the correct answer. Yes, the correct answer is mobile. Mobile is a material thing, the thing that has been provided to us by science. Now, the next question is, what is the greatest triumph of science? Question is displayed on your screen. Option A, it has helped to produce more and more food. Option B, machines are helping as man's slaves. And option C, petrol machines provide 10 times more power than human beings. The greatest triumph of science, according to the author. Think about the answer. I'm giving you some time. So here comes the answer on your screen now. And the answer is option A. It has helped to produce more and more food. According to the author, this would have been the greatest triumph of science. So, dear students, I hope you have guessed all the answers correctly. Now, let's move on to our next post reading activity. On your screen, some statements are displayed. You have to read these statements and you have to check whether these are true or false. Now, let's read these statements here. Number one is, according to the writer, science is doing less than nothing for non-material things. Then number two is, machine is a non-material thing. Number three, science has complete control over the consequences of producing goods. And number four is, we find machines in every sphere of life. Now read these statements, think which one is true and which one is false. I'm giving you some time for thinking. So look at the answers now. Number one is, according to the writer, science is doing less than nothing for non-material things. And it is true. This statement is true because science has done tremendous progress in material things. But in relation to non-material things like charity, mercy, tolerance, science has done less than nothing. Now, second is, machine is a non-material thing. And it is false because machine is a material thing. Then number three, science has complete control over the consequences of producing goods. And it is false because science can produce things, produce goods, but it has no control over the consequences of producing goods. And the last statement is, we find machines in every sphere of life. And this statement is true. Everywhere, if you look around, you will find the machines helping us in our day-to-day activities. Even the mobile that you are using, the washing machine, television, air conditioner, car, and so many other vehicles, they are all machines. So students, I hope you are enjoying these activities. Let's do another activity. Some words are displayed on your screen. You have to read these words and pick the material and non-material things from the list that is displayed on your screen. Let's read these words first. First word is kindness. Then there is car, jewelry, school, food, charity, justice, machines, mercy, mobile, tolerance, clothes, honesty, and understanding. Think about these words. Which word belongs to material things and which word is a non-material thing? Think about the answers. Yes, students, if we talk about material things, the list is given to you now. The first word from the list is car. Yes, car is a material thing. Jewelry, then school, then food. Next is machines. After this, next word is mobile. And the last is clothes. Now come to non-material things. The first word is kindness, charity, justice, mercy, tolerance, honesty, understanding. So these are the material and non-material things. I'm sure you would have enjoyed all these activities. So, dear students, here we come to the end of the first part of the text. I hope you are now clear about material and non-material things and what role does science play with regard to material things, and science is doing less than nothing with regard to non-material things. We shall continue with our next part of the text in our next video. Till then, you should revise the part that you have just read. Thank you.